No worries. Hi, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to our, I don't even know if I want to call it a Bob Ross Friday anymore. I don't know. We're going through some transitions, so we'll see if we keep the name the same or if we change the name of these readings, but we are going to do things a little bit differently this week than we have in the past. A couple of days ago in my Instagram stories, I asked the Awakened Creators community to send in questions that they wanted to have answered live on air. And so that's kind of the plan, is we're going to get to one of those questions today, and that's the context that we're going to ask Bob for some guidance. We're going to look at the Awakened Creators Oracle for guidance and other cards as we feel called. So join me for this absolutely wonderful episode. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this all works out, and whether or not you like it. Let me know in the comments if you like this format a little bit better. And of course, if you have a question that you would like answered live on Fridays, send me a DM. I'll probably continue to post the question in my stories once a week to kind of gather some momentum for this event. But you can always send me a private message asking for your question to be answered live. So this week's question, I think, is really good because it's something that I myself as a creative struggle with, and I've seen other, friends of mine struggle with this as well. And it's this idea that what we receive is not matching our output. So we put a lot into the work that we do as creative souls. We put in endless hours of heart and soul-based work into our creations, into our businesses, into the sharing, the marketing. There's a lot that goes into it. If you're going to art shows or you're going to auditions, you're pounding the pavement, you're sending out your manuscripts, you're doing all of the things, you're going on the stage, doing the shows, you're doing all those things, and doing all this output, but maybe you don't necessarily feel like you're getting that even exchange back inside, right? Whether that's through financial support doesn't feel like it's matching, whether that's through relational support from those around you doesn't feel like it's matching, or maybe even just the need for exposure, or you just wanting to feel that feedback matching, right? So we're going to look at that today, and I want to call on our beautiful friend Bob Ross, like we do every single week, and ask for his advice. We're also going to pull from the Awakened Creators Beta Oracle deck, which is so fancy. It is on index cards. And we're going to see what advice we have for this, because I know it is something that I struggle with. It's something that others have struggled with, and this is the question that was posed to me this week. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about receiving not matching output. And I actually, as I'm going to start shuffling here, I meditated on this question before I got on today. And in terms of energetic blockages, that was kind of the question I asked my guides, was where is this blockage when it comes to receiving not matching output? And I felt it right here, right between actually solar plexus and heart. So I feel like it really has to do with both of these spaces in terms of chakra healing. So if you are yourself struggling with, not getting back what you feel like you're putting out there, look into your solar plexus, look into your heart chakra for guidance as to what that block is. It could be a past experience that you have yet to let go of, or a past expectation is really what we do. We kind of let our past paint what's possible in the future. if you've been in the sacred harmony of things right now, this past full moon this week probably revealed unto you maybe where in your relationships you're allowing the past to interfere with the creation of the future, or you're allowing old relationship dynamics to paint the picture of what's possible in relationships going forward. So take a look at that. If you need help, I have the chakra healing guide for creatives in my bio for free, and you can get some journal prompts to kind of uproot what might be blocking you in those spaces. But let's tune into Bob and slow it down. Our beautiful friend Bob Ross is going to help us understand a little bit more about where this energy comes from, or how we can move from it. Thank you, Bob. Let's go ahead and just look at it. And of course, it's a Two of Cups because the Two of Cups is all about that equal matching of energies. This is beautiful. So it says, this is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. If painting does nothing else, it should make you happy. I'm already feeling just such beauty in this message. It is quite simple, but it's powerful in that when we start trying to make creative decisions from the space of, will this thing give me back what I put into it, we really lose the magic. We lose the magic of it truly coming from our heart space, from our heart chakra, that center place. That's where spirit truly flows out of you as an awakened creator and into your product, into the thing you are creating. And when we labor over or worry about, is this thing going to be perceived by so-and-so, or is this thing going to produce what I need it to produce, we really start to kind of crush that creation because we're holding it to a certain standard, or we're laboring it with expectations. Can you feel that? So the Two of Hearts, or the Two of Cups, is a card of reflection, meaning that the energetic vibration of what we present in our waters, in our cup, is what's matched back to us. And so when we put out an energetic vibration of, yes, this thing we've created we love, but it's labored and heavy with expectation of return, what we get back is a reflection of that. And so it's difficult for us to then receive back that which we've put out because it's so heavy now. Bob reminds us, if painting does nothing else, it should make you happy. And of course, you don't have to just be a painter to receive this message. It's with any creation that you're putting out there. It should make you happy if nothing else, because the whole point of even doing it in the first place is because it brings you joy, because it makes you happy. You could get paid nothing the rest of your life, and would you still do it? If the answer to that question is yes, then it doesn't matter whether or not it's reflected back to you, because you're so infused with the joy and the love of it. Those things are going to happen automatically just by you putting all of your energy into the joy that this thing, that the doing gives you. Okay? This is about reflection with the Two of Cups. Energetic reflection. So if you're not enjoying it, that is your very first sign that you've broken the connection there to pure heart-based creation. If it starts to not feel joyful to you. Okay, so a couple more cards here from Bob. And he's really just reiterating this message. Just have fun with it. We've got the Jack of Clubs or the Knight of Wands here. And it says, let me extend a personal invitation to you to just drag out your brushes and a few paints and paint along with us. So he is asking you to just have fun with it. Just return to that passion and act from that place, not from the place of expectation that your creation needs to give back to you, some sort of monetary gain or something. That is going to happen naturally as a byproduct of your love for this thing, your unconditional love for this thing. So again, not making our creations heavy with expectations that they need to perform or give us something in exchange, but just creating from a pure place of love, from a pure place of passion, and doing that and that alone, worrying only about that, and then watching that reflection happen naturally. So we have the Three of Pentacles here, the Three of Diamonds. It says, isn't that fantastic? I knew you could do it. The simplicity and the ease with which Bob's messages are coming through is like, it's like that. You don't even need to worry about this. The Three of Pentacles is always a co-creation card. It isn't just you involved in this equation, right? It isn't all on you to make your creations make you money or make your creations, I have to do certain things in order to get certain things back. That energy is very distorted. It's going to put you in a lot of kind of messed up situations. Return your focus inward to the center, to the heart. This is where I was saying that energy is like solar plexus and heart chakra simultaneously, because it's a power struggle to want to control and to want to like make this thing do something for you. That control energy, we need to let that go. We need to return to the presence, because in presence, in the now, that's where our true solar plexus power comes from, is by being present in the now. And then we can open up our hearts to receive that divine love and passion and put that into our creation and leave it at that. Leave it at that. It's scary, I know. But we do have to practice some trust, and we do have to practice some faith, and allow the universe to just naturally, as it does, reflect back to us that love and that unconditional love. So I'm going to try my darndest to shuffle these cards here and get one from the Awakened Creators deck to kind of add to this message. And we got something flipped over. We got a resistance card. Surprise, surprise. And the resistance card is frozen path. Paralyzed by fear. Paralyzed by our thoughts. Stop before we even start. Right? Because the question that we're answering today is about not receiving back what we feel like we're putting out there. And I think for some of you, this concern, this creative concern, stops you before you even start, right? I know a lot of creatives out there who won't even begin their projects. They won't even start writing the song. They won't even begin the manuscript, because they're already worried about its performance. They're already worried about the outcome. They're already worried about, am I gonna get back what I put into this? And Bob and the Spirit speaking through me right now is telling you that is not the point. Stop being concerned with and stop being worried about what's going to come back to you after you do this thing, and focus Reclaim your power in the present moment. Focus on what you are creating and enjoy the fuck out of it. That is the only thing you ever need to be concerned with. The only thing. Your power is here in the now, in the doing of the creation, in the playing with the paints, in the singing from the heart, in the writing and crafting of words. That is where your power lies. That is where the joy is. Again, you could never be paid for this. And I guarantee you, if you are a true creative soul, you'd do it anyways. You would do it until the day you die. Why? Because it is love. It is an expression of love. It has nothing to do with the outcome. Create from that pure place. Do not let your fear of what it's going to become, or are you going to get back what you put in, do not let those fears paralyze you from even starting. And also do not let those fears shut you down and burden your creations with expectation. Because now you've created conditional love for this creation. You say, you got to do this. You better make me money. You better sell me things. You better get published. Can you feel that? Imagine when you're working with your creative project that you're talking to a little child. Could you imagine like starting to paint or color with a child and already be like, you better make a good painting. This painting better make me some money. Whatever you write, it better be good enough to get published. All those burdens and expectations weigh us down. They paralyze us. They freeze our creativity. They shut our hearts down. I hope that you can feel that and you can sense that. I know you know that that's how it works. Bob is telling us that's how it works with this Two of Hearts. This isn't something you should worry about or labor over. This is something you just need to, again, return your focus back to the enjoying it. If painting does nothing else, it should make you happy, period. Period. There isn't anything more to add. I do want to get one more card. I'm playing around here, guys. I'm in my comfy jammies. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't know really how these are going to look or go in the future, and I'm just flowing with it. I am doing my best to live this that I'm preaching, which is saying, like, just be with it. Just be with it. Just have fun. Have a good time. Don't worry about, anything other than that. Anything outside of self. Focus here on the heart. So we're going to get an oracle card from The Universe Has Your Back. Beautiful book, by the way. If any of you are struggling with having faith, that things will work out, excellent, fantastic book. I highly recommend it. It truly came to me, and I'd known about that book for a really long time. Obviously, I had the oracle deck and everything, and Gabby Bernstein's a big, figure in the spiritual community, but I never actually read the book until at the beginning of September. Totally changed my life. Totally changed my life. It helped me really solidify faith. That was where I was struggling at the time. I was struggling to have faith, keep faith, and even understand what the fuck faith was. And that book really helped me. So highly recommend any of you who struggle with faith. The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. It's an excellent book. It's a short read. And I hope that it comes to you at the time that you are most open to receiving it. And I know it will. So let's get a card from this deck, because this is basically what we're talking about. We're talking about faith. We're talking about allowing ourselves to just create from a place of pure unconditional love without any expectation, to allow the universe to co-create with us. Interesting card. This feels like a deviation, but I know it's not. It says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. There's a little owl there. Any of you who the owl is a prominent messenger for you, there's your owl. So there's a few things that are coming through for this card. First and foremost, it's the idea that, again, when resistance comes up, when we start to feel like we're losing the passion and love for our creation, when it starts to feel like we are burdening ourselves or worrying about how it's going to perform, that I'm just seeing all of this, like, black vibration here. All of that is a sign to slow down and pause. Okay? First and foremost, again, our emotions, our ability to feel feelings, that is our extrasensory perception. That is our ability to tune into something is off here. We feel it. We feel that resistance, and we say to ourselves, we don't project outside of, oh, this person's pissing me off, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this situation is terrible. Pointing fingers outwards. 3 are pointing back to you, right? We tune in and we say, what is going on inside of me? I have clearly stepped out of alignment with unconditional love because I don't feel the love right now. You should always feel the love. Spirit wants you to know that. When you are present in the now moment, breathing in the breath of life, the beautiful prana that is all around you, you should always feel love. That's the only thing that you sense when you truly tune in. And I know you know this because I know you've felt it before when you've been really present, when you've let go of all of your fears of the past, of the future, and you just sunken into the now moment and felt that peace. Whenever you don't feel that peace, you've shifted out of that alignment. And it's just a little warning signal. It's just a little like do-do-do-do-do. When you it's reminding me of those backup cameras in the cars. It's that. When you're getting too close to something, it's like do-do-do-do-do. And you feel that inside of yourself. You feel that dissonance. And you go, oh. I think I did a video on that. It's in my IGTV. It's like, I don't know, something about the gift of resistance or dissonance. But that's basically what it is. And what Spirit's trying to tell you is that that's a moment for you to get closer to consciousness, right in that moment, okay? And right in that moment is where we're going to return to our hearts and we're going to ask ourselves, where are we burdening our creative project or, creative idea with expectation? Where are we burdening our love with conditions? Because conditions are not allowed in divine love. There are no conditions. It is unconditional. It's unconditionally loving. So where are we burdening our creation with conditions? And because Bob has shown us the Jack of clubs, I do want to say you need to take action to move out of that, right? This is an action-oriented. He's saying, let me extend a personal invitation to you to drag out your brushes. This is a dragging out. We're going to take an action. We're going to go grab our brushes and a few paints and paint along with us. And he's saying, look, come join the divine love party that is creativity. Just connect to the love. Get your brushes, go get your, turn your music on and dance. Drop everything, just reconnect with that. Take some action, reconnect with that. To just have fun, have a good time. Remember why you're doing this is because of love. It's not to get views. It's not to make money. All of those things, as needed, will be reflected back to you once you are performing and acting and living and being in a place of pure divine truth, which is love, unconditional, okay? Which is why then we have the 3 of Pentacles, because this is a co-creation. We do our part, Spirit does their part. We do our part, the outside world reflects back to us. Okay? So it is all the truth of the universe is the even exchange. So if you are not receiving the even exchange of your output to what you're getting back, there's a disruption somewhere. Where are you burdening your creations with conditions and expectations? Take a look at that. Get closer to consciousness. Tune in. Find it. Uproot it. Bring it into the present. Sit with it. And then go play. Go play. Let yourself off the hook. Let it go. Just go have fun. Go have a good time. And who knows, you might create your next masterpiece in that free moment, because what you've done now is you've totally opened up your heart chakra and allowed yourself to just have it flow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this format. Like I said in the beginning, this is something totally different and new. Yes, we still pulled from the Bob Ross deck and all that, but this is more of a question answer. So our question this week was, hey, Awakened Creators, my receiving is not matching my output. Can you help me? So that is the question that we answered today. I hope that to the person who asked it sees this video and finds some resonance with the message. I hope that all of you learned something from this message as well in terms of your own creative projects, and I know this video will reach exactly who needs to see it. But if you have a question, if you have a creative struggle, if you have a blockage, a creative block that you're not sure how to move past, please, please, please send me a private message. These questions are answered anonymously unless you want a shout out. Then just say, please shout out my account. Otherwise, I'll leave it anonymous. You ask your question, and once a week on Friday mornings, I will take one of those questions and we will go to Bob. We'll go to our spirit team. We'll connect with True Divine Love, and we will ask for assistance, and we will get the message necessary to answer our question and to help us heal and move forward. So I liked this. It was really fun and different for me. I like to keep it fresh if I can. So again, ask a question. Let me know if you like this format as well in the comments. Share the video with a friend who you think could benefit from understanding a higher perspective of that equal exchange of energy creatively. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. If you want to buy me a coffee, the donation link is in my bio. I love you. Bye-bye.